Oh my God, am I live? Wow. Okay, I'm like on Twitter. Yeah, if you guys are gonna do that, I'm kicking you out. Here's all. I'm trying to move this closer. Oh, you damn cat! Come here. Come here. Who threw up? Oh my God. Y'all are a fucking mess. Which one of you motherfuckers threw up? And when? Jesus fucking Christ. I just want my pizza. People join my live. Shit. So my cats threw up. So I have to clean that up. I was like, who's here? Hi, Shannon. Disgusting. I know it was you asshole. I love that I'm basically having a one-sided conversation with Shannon. This is great. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm making pizza for. Oh, hi. There's someone else here. Oh my God. I'm honored. It's not just me and Shannon. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I'm making pizza real quick and then getting a drink and then I'll start. But in the meantime, let's just listen to some RM music. I made a whole playlist. Anyway, I don't know how long this is going to be. Hello! Oh my God, you're actually coming to live. This is like emotional. Not really. Hot winged. That seems loud. I hope that's not loud. I've never done live. This is so weird. Okay. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Warning. I'm letting my cats free reign during this, so Lord knows what's gonna happen with them. Like I was saying earlier, one of them threw up on the floor. Didn't know that happened, but yes, one of them threw up on the floor, and then they were running around, and one of them got one of those like it's my own fault for not throwing it away, but those like lint roller paper stuck on his foot, so I actually had to chase him around to get that off for a second. It's only been, I don't even know how long since I started this live, like 3 minutes, and all of that has happened. So let me get my pizza and my drink, and then we can start this live and do hopefully what I want to do with it. But I'm still figuring it out because I've never done a live. And yeah. And thank you for welcoming me back. I see your comment, by the way. I'm kind of back. Okay, we're back. I see so many of your comments. I'll read them all when I get back. Okay, I'm back, kind of. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. That's cute. Ah! Really? Hi. Who I met in Chicago. What was her name? I'm so sorry. Make it entertaining. Thanks a lot, Jay. When I say making pizza, I should have said warming up. What's it called? We're gonna pause that. Warming up pizza, leftover pizza. Okay. Oh my God, I did remember your name. Okay, I just didn't want to mess it up. Okay, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy you guys are here. I love you all. You're all beautiful. And yes, that was Trivia Love. For people who are asking. Okay, anyway, let's get down to business. So my plan, I guess for those who don't already know, I talked about on Twitter to a couple friends. Y'all know. And so tomorrow, okay, I can't focus on the comments because then I'm going to not talk. Okay. So tomorrow, obviously, Mono RM's new mixtape is coming out. And I have listened to the old mixtape a lot. Listened to RM a lot. But I have never looked at the lyrics. So I decided I wanted to do that before Mono came out. And I was like, why not do a live? I'm off work tomorrow and I can just sit here eating food, drinking something, and hanging out with some people if they want to come hang out with me on live. And then I'll just put it on my channel later for people to watch if they wanted to watch it. So, yeah, that's the plan. I should probably not have my Twitter on because that's super distracting for me. Yeah, so I don't know how live works. I was saying this earlier. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be able to make the video in the live. I feel like I've seen people do that, but I'm like, maybe that's some special program that they have. I don't know. We're going to try to figure it out. We're going to figure it out together. What was I doing? Okay. And if not, like if I can't get the video to go in the live so you guys can see what I'm seeing, then you'll at least listen to what I'm seeing. Listen and what am I saying? You'll at least be able to listen to what I'm listening to, and then we can just talk about it. Well, I'll talk about it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. So hopefully YouTube does have a fancy feature. Pop out chat. Sorry, I'm like looking at different things. I don't know what that did, but that was a lot. Hold on, I'm gonna Google something real quick, and then if I can't find it, then we're just gonna power through. That's what I want to know. Right. Oh. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Wait, where is that? Okay. So far. Oh, nope. Don't want to do that. Don't know what that does, and I'm afraid to click it. Oh, God. What happened? That's a share button. Okay. That's what I thought. There should be options, basically, is what I'm reading, but I don't see them anywhere. So I'm very confused. Nope. See, that's what I thought was going to happen. Maybe I should have done this before I started this. Y'all are like, you this dumbass. I don't know what the fuck she doing. Hold on, I'm gonna see something. I feel like this could be super contradicting. But who knows? More options. Okay. What is this? What does this button do? Okay. Oh, okay. Might have figured some things out. I don't know how I got here, but I got to some other page that has all the settings I was looking for. Okay. Oh my God. Somebody wrote to me in Korean. Hello, annyeonghaseyo. This is quite entertaining. Okay, Jay. I don't need this shade. Okay, the night before Shannon, I was tired. Okay? Calm down. Look, this is a journey. We're all on it together. Let's just, talk amongst yourselves and get to know each other. And, I can tell you about my day. No, you don't want to hear about my day. It was stupid. I hated work. I don't hate my job. I like the people at my job, but I hate my job because it can be really annoying. Like, I was supposed to be off work at 9, which is why originally I said I haven't touched my pizza. I originally said I was gonna try to start this around like maybe 10 or 10:30 if I got off on time or early, but that didn't happen. So I was really sad about that. I left an hour late. I don't want to do that. I should just go to the fucking page. Shannon. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I'm going to a Halloween party tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm gonna wear. So if anyone has any ideas, that's not what I want to do. If anyone has any ideas, then I'm open to them. Like something super easy that I can like just come up with on my own. My ideas I had for now was to revive my old Hermione costume or dress up as a vine, but I don't know what vine. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. What about this? I'm about to watch a YouTube video on this shit. I don't know if y'all hear it. Jimmy onesie, if I had one, bruh. Oh yeah, I heard about Boa's new song. I'm excited because Boa is a queen. Oh my god. This person in this video. Is this person telling me to download a program? I'm not trying to do that. Okay, I disagree with this video. It's telling me nothing. Man, the chat keeps loading. Yeah, see, I thought about going as a cat, but then I was like, that's so basic. I don't know. That still might happen, but I'm not ruling it out. Cat is definitely an option, but I've done it before. I used to have a tail, but I don't know where it is. So, what's a slate? Slate out. Slate removal was successful. So hopefully that fixed it. Okay. Oh my God, Cat. I don't know if you can hear him, but he gets on my nerves when he does this. He literally just goes into a room and starts yelling for no reason. It is, without a doubt, the most annoying thing you can do. Do I need to do that? I'm sorry it's like awkwardly quiet too, but I was like, oh, I don't want to play music if it's going to be annoying while I talk. So I turned it off. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what Slate means, but we know now that it just blocks my face for some reason. I don't know. Oh, that is required. Sure. Gosh, I have to download something. I have no space on my computer. Live in love, live in love. I'll sing for you. Just kidding. No, I won't. Clocks visual audio. I guess maybe if you need to like go do something, but you don't want to turn your live off, you can do a Slate. Huh. But you could still hear me, so that's weird. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have an external mic plugged in. Yeah, I bought an external mic. Oh my God. So maybe that's why I didn't block my audio. Possibly. Oh, I thought you said it did. I thought you said you could hear me. Sorry. Okay. Well, yeah, my guess is like if you need to like, I don't know, change your clothes, but you don't want to turn off your live, I would just leave the room. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm doing something, but I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to do what I wanted to do. And you're right, Shannon. I should have done this before, but guess what? It's happening now. I guess if it doesn't work in the next 5 minutes, we're done with it and it's over. Honestly, I'm so over this already. Like it hasn't. I'm not even like here for it. I'm just done. I'm like, honestly, who cares? Let's just do this the ghetto way. Well, not really ghetto, but like in the sense that you won't see what I'm looking at, but you'll probably still hear it because you'll be able to hear my computer audio. You could look up the lyrics yourself if you guys want. Yeah, I'm not tired, but I'm too like over it. Like I said, I had a long day at work and this is dumb. More like I'm dumb for not doing this before. So yeah, I'm not even that hungry. This pizza, it's good. It's really great, even though it's like leftovers, but I'm just not hungry. Okay. I give up. Not really, but like I'm not really paying attention to this anymore. So back to our original plan, which was we were gonna look at Arm's lyrics. So y'all will just, I guess, listen with me, and then I'll talk about the lyrics after each song. I also mentioned to some people, I was like, I don't know if I need to like cut off some of his songs because he does sample a lot of like songs in this mixtape. So a lot of times, like when music's copyrighted, you can't like share it on lives. And I've seen like other people who do lives, like their lives got like cut off because YouTube was like, that's copyrighted. And YouTube sucks like that. So I'm not sure if any of RM's music's gonna be like that. I've seen a lot of people do reactions to his album and not have to cut it up or anything or mute anything. So we're gonna go with it. Something happens and I get cut off, I'll come back. But I'm just saying, like, I'll have learned, excuse me, I'll have learned my lesson. Yeah, see, I think that's what I'm going to do. Probably just do it, edit it a bit, maybe, and then when I upload it. Another thing is I need to make sure this is going to get saved. Okay. Because I wasn't sure about that when I started this. I'm like, this is going to save, right? Like, it better. I figured it would, like, ask me, but I don't remember it asking me. Good suggestions. I love all those suggestions. Anyway, let me double check something real quick and then we'll start. Okay. That's what that means. Yeah, I downloaded something. It's an encoder, but I have no idea how to work it, and it looks very complex. So we're not touching that. The other thing I was checking was to make sure this gets saved after I'm done. What was I doing at 4 a.m. yesterday that I didn't look up any of this stuff? I'll tell you what I was doing. It has to do a lot with Taggy. I'm a super hard Taggy stan. Don't know when that happened, but it happened. Oh, okay. I think it'll automatically archive and then I'll just have to re-upload it. You would think, Shannon, but no. But anyway, okay. So like I said, we're gonna get to this. Where is Voices, which is the first track. That's what we're starting with. 20 minutes later. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm the worst. I know. Just ignore me. All right, this is one of my favorite accounts, Lynn X Soyandan. I just realized her name is Exoyandan. I don't know what that means, but she's one of my favorite lyric accounts. So let's just go with her video. Sorry you guys can't see. I'm sorry I suck. Next time I do a live, we'll have this figured out. All right. So Voice is the first track. I don't know if Oh, actually, I shouldn't do that. My computer's being really slow, and I think it's because I downloaded all this stuff. This alert keeps coming up on my computer, so I have to fix this first. Oh, this is my life. Just fail after fail after fail. Let me just get this out of here. Hello, I would like you to leave. Don't save. Get out of here. Okay. And I'm just going to start over because I messed that completely up. And then I'm going to do... Oh, is it? Okay, I'm ruining it for you already. It's your first time seeing his mixtape, and I've already ruined it because I messed up. No, okay, we're going to do this right, I swear. Like I said, voice is the first one. I wish this would. Isn't there a way? Okay, starting it over because, like I said, I had to fix whatever the frick was going on. Why did I say frick? Whatever the fuck was going on with my computer. Okay. Back. Wait. It's 12:30. Please forgive this mess. My first live. It's a mess. Okay. Starting over. Voices. Let's go. I keep saying voices. It's voice. Moksuri. Pretty sure that's pronounced. 내게 답을 주지 못했던 함수와 방정식 그것들은 결국 수많은 해가 되었네 그 빛으로 뒤에 숨은 별을 볼 수 없게 해 그렇게 하루하루 날 죽여가며 두도 없이 하나든 것 같은 숫자 노름에 종이를 매달려 난 그저 성공하고 싶었어 남들에게 지겹게 들었던 말이 그것뿐이었어 행복이란 신기는 거기 잡혀있을 줄 알았지 하지만 책상 앞에 난 단 한순간도 행복하지 않았지 어머니 몰래 문제집 사이에 백질이 꼈네 좀 베이스에 맞춰서 내려가던 나의 정체 성적을 받을 때와는 다른 숨쉬는 느낌 1등을 해도 내 마음은 편치 못했었지 남들이 원하는 걸 꼭 원할 필요 있는가 한평생 한이 담긴 한숨 쉬어 살기보다 하는 때에는 그냥 숨을 쉬며 사는 길을 택했어 나 손가락질했네 얄팍한 나의 주위에서 내 꿈은 나의 목소리 모두에게 주는 건 내가 어떤 모습일지라도 내 음악과 가사 이걸 듣고 있는 내가 어떨지 잘 모르지만 날 욕해도 좋아 결국 너도 날 또 찾기를 테니까 그래 7년이 지나도 5만원짜리 마이크로 여전히 방 한켠에서 혼자 만들어낸 믹스테이프 섬세한 fake 그래 인정한다 나의 흑역사 변명할 수 있지만 안에 다시 그날은 없을 거야 yeah I'll be real 이 순간 내가 절실히 바라는 일 I love this man Come take it if you don't want to piss me. What you come out with a modern, that put that down and net up. If you really think you're ready to fly, with my power, this is what all this man fell in the town is down. Wow. Okay, let's discuss. I actually have the lyrics also pulled up on Genius, but I was just using it to look at the track list, but I'm like, hey, why don't we just like look at the actual translation? and okay, or maybe not. This doesn't have the translation. Okay, I will look at the lyric translation and then here we go. And then we could talk about it a little more in detail. Sorry. Oh, just kidding. So let's see. There were several lines that caught my attention. Mostly, like, obviously the overall feel of this is definitely very like an intro to a mixtape where he's just like being like look, this is what I want to say with this project. This is what I want to say. These are the things that like have been, or these are the thoughts I've been having. These are like the kind of, criticisms I've been facing and stuff like that. So it's almost like in the very beginning of his mixtape, he's really getting the point across. Like the very first line is, "I didn't have any dreams," just like my lyrics every day in that way. So like he, at the very beginning, starting off talking about it, he's like, I wasn't, I didn't have this dream initially, but I eventually found it. Basically, I think is what he's trying to say. Anyway, let me get to the parts that I really liked. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Right. Exactly, Shannon. Exactly. I feel like I'm hosting a what is it, like a lecture. Anyway. Oh, so he talked about Han, and I really like that, but I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, there was this one line. Some say I'm fake. Okay, I admit it. My dark past. I can justify it, but I won't. So that kind of problem won't happen again. I really like that because it's like something that like, aunties and just haters in general always want to bring up. Like they always want to bring up RM in particular. Like it's like a trend, or not a trend, but like a thing on Twitter where people are like, but Namjoon, and they're like referring to the fact that other fandoms or other groups of people that want to hate on Bangtan or want to hate on BTS and RM in particular, like, or basically if one of their faves does something problematic, they're always like, yeah, well, Namjoon did too. And it's like, okay, we know, like, we're his fans. We know what he's done. We know what, the things that have happened in the past that were AKA quote unquote problematic. But like, he knows too that he's done some problematic things and he's apologized for them. He admits to them and he's learned from them and he's moved on from them. So like he says, that kind of problem won't happen again. Like he knows. And it's like the fact, and like the problem with a lot of these other people is like, they don't apologize for that shit. They literally just, and they don't learn from it and they just keep on going with their lives. And that's where the problem is. So I really just love that, that line was included. There was another one, I think way before that. Let me try and find it. I wasn't reading very well. Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's this I guess the whole thing is a verse, but there's this part where he's saying, he's kind of talking about how he kind of hid his like rap career from his parents like early on. So he says, but the me in front of my desk wasn't happy even for a moment. Without my mom knowing, I put a sheet of white paper between the pages of my workbook. My identity that I wrote down matched to the drum and bass, a different relaxed feeling compared to when I got my report card. I just really liked that like phrase, just like the fact that he's like, I got this kind of feeling from making music versus this kind of feeling from, doing schoolwork. Because I feel like that's what we all want, is like we all want to find that feeling, that kind of different or relaxed feeling, you get when you do something you really love and you're really passionate about. And it's like, RM is known for being super smart, super genius, high IQ, freaking rated or ranked really high in Korea. Like he does all that, or he had all that, like he was a great student. He says he wasn't, but regardless, we know he was probably a really great student, but that didn't mean anything to him. it was meaningless. And it's like, it wasn't unless he was doing music that he felt that kind of feeling of being happy and passionate. So it's one of those things, like, even if you're good at something and even if you're like excel at something, that doesn't mean you love it. Like, I experienced that when I was growing up. I used to play like softball, and I played piano for a little bit, and yeah, I didn't like either of them. I was good, I guess. People told me I was good at softball and like playing piano, but I didn't like them. And my parents wanted me to continue doing them. I'm like, oh, I like them. And then I found like volleyball. Volleyball I loved. So I quit softball and started doing volleyball full time. I wish I'd done it more. But anyway, I meant for longer. I stopped in college. That was a mistake. But yeah, so it's like, even though I was good at softball and even though I was good at playing piano, I stopped because I didn't really. Oh, hi, Joyce. That's my girl, Joyce. She's here. I was saying I didn't really enjoy those things as much as I did with volleyball. So it's like, you really have to find that thing that really makes you passionate, even if it's something you're not as good at as something else, you know? But anyway, Joyce, so you're late, but we're talking about voices. Voices. It's voice. Why do I keep saying voice? Sorry. I think because some translations have voices, but it's mostly translated as just voice. Smoke study. Anyway, so there's a line where he talks about Han. I'll read it, which says, rather than living an entire life while sighing breaths full of Han, I choose to live a life of stripping away my Han and breathing easily. So I'll give my terrible, like, aka not a good explanation, and you should probably go look up what Han is yourself. But I'll give my kind of understanding of Han for you guys, which is, and I found this out on Twitter, I think, and it was a while ago. Somebody like kind of had a tweet that explained it fully, and I read that and I was like, wow, I really like this concept, because they basically talk about how BTS's music is very full of Han, but that's really unusual for an idol group. Most idol groups, or I should say most like idol music, isn't considered like very, Korean music, like by the Korean public. The Korean public, a lot of as K-pop fans, that like the Korean public doesn't really embrace K-pop, because they're more into music that has Han, which is supposed to be like this kind of feeling, this kind of like very Korean, just like desperation. I don't know if that's the right word, but like this like thing where, because of like Korea's history and the things they have been through, because they have been through a lot. I'm still learning about what I've learned in the past 2 years of being a K-pop fan and being a K-drama fan. Like, they have been through the most when it comes to their history. Like, they're a very small country, and they have these huge power countries on either side of them, with China and Japan, and they've both like taken advantage of Korea in that sense. So the Korean people have just had very downtrodden, just very sad. I hate to say sad, but it's true. Very sad and just terrible kind of lives for most of their history. Yeah, grief, resentment. Okay, that's good. Those are good words too. So like, yeah, they've just been through a lot. So it's like, Han is kind of like the embodiment of that. And so a lot of like the Korean songs you listen to that are like really like the really popular with Korean general public, they have that feeling, that kind of like just desperate, kind of comforting grief, any of those words you want to use, like woven into it, and you can really feel it. Like, that's why there's a lot of songs that even I've come across in just general Korean music that I can feel that without even like knowing the lyrics, without even knowing a single word. I can feel that. And yeah, and there's been times I've like cried from a song in Korean. That's true. That probably is why a lot of them are about. Plus, it's an easy topic, honestly, heartbreak. But anyway, I've cried over Korean songs that I have no idea what they're about, but it's just, I can feel in like the singer's voice and just in, like the tone of the song, that it's just one of those kind of songs. So anyway, back to our end. This is gonna be long. It's okay. Settle in, guys. I'll hopefully not make it the rest of these as long. But he had a lot to say in this, so I'm getting to it. Rather than living an entire life while sighing breaths full of Han. So basically saying like rather than being like, you know, the majority of the Korea and just like sighing over the fact, you know, our lives suck. Like sorry, I'm reading comments while I'm talking. That's a bad idea. Okay. So rather than, you know, sighing and living that life, like that Han life, and just being very much like, not depressed, but like very like just downtrodden and, you know, upset and just, you know, feeling sorry for themselves kind of in a way. He's like, I choose to live a life of stripping away my Han and breathing easily. So just kind of letting all that go and not focusing on that kind of stuff. So I love that. But also, again, like I said, the reason I found out about Han is because someone mentioned that BTS's music, it does kind of have a lot of that. And I think it's honestly a lot more recently, like once they started the HYYH era and into obviously Love Myself. A lot of people talk about Spring Day being that epitome of that, the epitome of like Korean music. And the fact that it's still on Melon charts and it's been there, like it's been like the top 20 for like a year and a half now. That tells you how the Korean public really feels about it. So anyway, let's move on. Whew, that was a lot. I hate my life. Anyway, so the next song's Do You. I have seen the lyrics for Do You, but we're going to do it anyway. Because it's been a while. So why not? You know? I'm literally just Googling each song or Googling, YouTubing each song. I guess we'll go with Ashley Gold. She's my other favorite. I like Homegirls. John. I think it says John. I love you so much, but I was trying to pronounce it all out. I think I'll go with hers because I like her. Oh wait, that wasn't even. Never mind. Sorry. Just don't listen to me. We're doing Do You. You're doing great. Thanks. I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree, but thank you. Oh, I like that. Get it on the one ever. There's that line. Do you. I'm not rock, I'm not funk, I'm not R&B or hip hop. One of my favorite lines. Hip hop. Ooh, dang. Sorry. Ooh, I don't know what that means. I feel like that's a reference I don't get. Haters won't play. Motherfucking all day. I knew he spit there, and I knew he did that, but that just reminded me of how Hobie spits in one verse. And I'm like, why y'all spitting all the time? Calm down, boys. Seriously. I am just doing my thing. Doing me. Hey. Like I said, I have obviously heard that song 50 times. And I bet I've seen the lyrics a couple times because I don't remember if it's actually on the what's it called? On the actual MV, but I'm pretty sure I've seen the video version with the lyrics before. I just don't remember when. Man, Genius is kind of lame. It doesn't have the lyrics all laid out for me in English. Wow, not what I want. Huh. What the fuck? Sorry, Genius. It said this link was going to take me to the English version. It didn't. I was like, what? This isn't. And so, like, because the other one had, like, English and romanization, like, on the side. And I just clicked it, and it took me to the English version. That one didn't. Okay. I found something. Anyway. You can hear my thing clicking, by the way. I hate that. It's annoying. But I have no way of turning it off. So, anyway. So do you. Let's talk about my lines, my favorite lines. Let's see. All right, in the beginning. Oh God, sorry. I found one line and then I went up to the line before that to see. I was like, does that one connect? And I'm like, no, but I like that line too. So, and I'm just looking at the whole first verse and I'm just like, God, he just murdered this. Honestly, I can't. So I'm just gonna read the first couple lines. I might skip over something if I think it's not necessary, but he starts off saying, I hate self-help books more than anything in the world. Bullshit telling us to do this or that. They have no backbone and believe others' words, so that bullshit is a bestseller. Do you know how I work at a bookstore, bitch? Do you know how many of those goddamn health books I see a day? It's so dumb. And half the time, because I work in a section where we're a used bookstore, so we buy in a lot of our books from people. And that's my section that I work in. And so a lot of times I'm rejecting those books because we just don't have the room in our store for that shit anymore. We don't need all these self-help books, especially from 1993. Sorry, sweetheart. I don't need that book. So we have to reject them and give them back to the customer and be like, sorry, we don't need this. But it really is like half of them are just bullshit. And then even the other day, one of my managers told me about this one guy that had been selling these self-help books, but he actually ended up going to jail for being a fraud. It's for fraud or something. He got I don't know, arrested for that. I don't know. But the point is, there are all these bullshit self-help telling you to do this or do that. When it's a lot of that shit probably doesn't even apply to you. You know what I mean? You don't know for a fact, the advice that you're getting from those books is going to 100% affect you personally. So, I mean, I'm sure there's some good self-help books, or there's some good, books out there. But I think for the most part, they're unnecessary. Yeah, we get a lot of Eat, Pray, Love. Oh my God. I've never read that book. I have no idea what it's about. I've never seen the movie. No, I just know we get a lot of it. Where was I? Oh yeah, he even like, oh my God, our movie says it. Like, what do these guys know about you? Your dreams, your hobbies, can they understand? Like, literally, that was the next line. I didn't even read it yet, but that was literally the next line. If you look less at wits, there are a lot of things that can change. You were born as a hero. Why are you trying to become a slave? Like, chop me up, Kim Namjoon. What the fuck? Are you serious? Yes, just yes to that line. And then he has this like a quote, because it hurts, it's youth. Like that's, people say that all the time, like especially adults that say that, oh, it's supposed to hurt, it's your youth. Like that. And he literally says that kind of definition is the biggest problem in life. A genre is a trap, just like music. Bitch. Not only is he talking about how like you shouldn't like confine yourself to a genre, you shouldn't confine yourself to one definition, you shouldn't complete like do all that. He's also making reference to the fact that like trap music and just look I'm having a fit right now. I agree, Shannon. Therapy is better. I need to go to therapy, honestly. I'm reading all your comments. I really shouldn't. I should talk and then read them later. Anyway. So yeah, I'm just saying, I just would say that whole beginning, that whole first like phrase just and like I said, I kind of think I have what's it called? Heard it or read the lyrics before. But I haven't in a while, and it's just it hits me so hard every time. Oh, actually, he kind of keeps going. He says, because you become an idiot as soon as you're tied down there. I didn't realize that line connected. Fuck that. You're the only one ever. Even if you're not perfect, you're limited edition. Yes, that's that line. I always saw people quoting it when I first got into BTS. And I was like, what are they talking about? And then eventually I found out it was from Do You, but it's like a line I feel like I forget about a lot of times. And it's really it's one of his best lines ever. And I feel like when I introduce BTS people, I should like tell them about that. Or like I should just say that to people. And then they'll be like, oh, wow. Like, I swear to God, I could totally get away with like trying to pass it off as my own quote. I'm not trying to be like shady, but I'm saying like, if I was just like trying to like comfort something like, even if you're not perfect, you're limited edition. Like, if I said that to people, they'd be like, wow, girl, that was deep. And I'd be like, yeah, you know who said that? Kim Namjoon, my future president. And they'd be like, okay. Funny story, it's super random. Whenever I write on my name tag, like we can write like what we're a fan of each day. It's kind of a dumb thing, but it's cool at the same time. I always put something BTS related, obviously. And one time I wrote, I think it was Jin's birthday. No, it wasn't Jin's birthday. Something. I think Epiphany had just come out. And I wrote, I'm a fan of Kim Suk-jin. This woman comes up and she's like, oh, my name's Kim too. And I was like, oh, that's not what this is about. Anyway. And I was like, this has to do with a K-pop star. Not you. It was just a weird thing. Anyway. Moving on. Next verse. Obviously, like I said, my favorite line. I'm not pop, I'm not rock, I'm not funk, I'm not R&B, I'm not hip hop. I just love him saying that. He's like, I'm not any of these things that you're trying to put me, like these categories you're trying to put me into. I'm not those. I'm not going to claim them, and I'm just one thing. I'm not going to claim any of them. Like, I'm just going to be me. And that's what most people should do, but we don't. We all suck at that. Let's be real. We're all bad at that. And then of course he goes on, skirt and skinny jeans. That's not hip hop. Like, that's like a quote. And then he says, so is ASAP not hip hop? Because like that's what they do, or that's what ASAP has done. And so obviously he's trying to basically school them and be like, oh yeah, oh that's not hip hop or that's not cool or blah blah blah. I'm like, and he's like, so you're saying somebody who you consider hip hop isn't cool for doing that, but or basically saying like I'm not cool for doing it, but this person can do it and it's cool. And yeah, he's just calling out people for their bullshit, which is great. Um, okay, so there's this line. Okay, hold on, let me make sure I get the whole thing. So here's the line. If you go to Hongdae, instead of letting down your pants for no reason, just wear what you want, how you want to. That's why. That's it. And when I saw that line, I was like, I feel like that's like a reference to like something like, I don't know, like kids in Korea or like kids in the hip hop scene in Korea are do, like letting down your pants for no reason. I'm like, is that just something that like I feel like that's a reference to something. If any of you guys know, let me know. But like he's basically saying like go to Hongdae and like because like Hongdae is where like everything happens, right? You see all the busking going on in Hongdae. There's all the street fashion. There's all those shops. Like Hongdae is just that's the hip place to be, Hongdae. Instead, I don't know. Just when I read that instead of letting down your pants for no reason, that just seems like a dig at people that are like or guys that are going around just having sex or something. Yeah, I guess yeah, like Shannon, yeah, maybe that's it. He's saying like maybe if you go to Hongdae and actually like experience like other people and like see like different kinds of fashion and get to like and try different things instead of just wearing baggy jeans and saying, "Oh, this is cool, this is hip hop, and this is swag." Like maybe if you actually go out and experiment with your fashion and go out and try new things, that'd be better than just following the trend and pulling your pants down. But I was thinking a much more sexual thing, and I'm like, oh, is he like throwing shade at people for being sluts? I don't know. Sorry. And then I also like he has the line like, "Whoa, if you follow the trends, that's good. Whoa, if you're totally different, that's good." So he's basically saying you can do what you want. You can follow the trends if that's what you want to do. Because maybe that's just how you're more comfortable. And yeah, maybe you just would prefer to have, someone set the trends for you instead of being experimental. Honestly, that's kind of how I am. I was talking, well, I'll admit, I talked to myself, but I was like thinking about it to myself earlier. I'm like, I'm not a very woke person. I'm not a very like, experimental person. I don't really like try new things all the time. I just started trying new foods that are outside my comfort zone like the past like couple of years. So like I'm a very like safe, just casual, relaxed kind of person. I don't really feel comfortable experimenting with new things all the time. I'm much more open to it these days, but like, in general, that's not really me. But and then it's like, whoa, if you're totally different, that's good. Like just but yeah, don't judge people for either. Honestly, you really shouldn't. But yeah, I don't know. Like for me, I'd rather see a trend. Like that's why I don't want to like start, or I wouldn't want to be like a trendsetter or anything. I'd rather like see how a trend is going and then see if like I'll like it. You know what I mean? Like there's trends that happen and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'd be on board with that. But then as I see more and more people use that trend in different ways, then I'm like, oh, okay, I can use it in that way. Like I would wear that trend in that way. Like random, but off the shoulder, like those off the shoulder kind of shirts that came back into style recently. I remember not hating them, but I'm like, oh no, I could never wear that. That's just not for me. But recently I actually bought one shirt that's like that and I really like it. And it's like, yes, in this style, I could wear this. So, and like high waisted stuff. I remember when high waisted jeans and high waisted shorts came back into style, and I was like, no, never. But now I have like I just bought 2 pairs of high-waisted jeans for the first time like a month ago, and then I've had high-waisted shorts for forever. Like, yeah, like that kind of shit. But it's like when it first came out, I was like, no. But once I like see how the trend develops and how it's being worn by other people, I can kind of see whether or not it would work for me. So that's kind of how I feel about that. But anyway, I think that might be everything that really stood out to me. And do you? Wait. There's another section. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it was like a brief thing of the very last verse where he says, "Since you did what you wanted to do, even if you're 30, there are a lot of adults, hello, speak English. There are a lot of adults who can't hold in their shit." And I just like that because it's like I really do feel like I'm at that point. Like I'm 27, but I feel like I'm at the point where like I can't do what I want anymore. But that's so not true. And I keep having to tell myself that. I'm like, I have so much time to still enjoy my life and I have so much time to still experiencing things. Like I don't have any kids, you know, I have a pretty stable life right now. I've just got my cats. And I should like realize like, you know, if I want to, I can still experience a lot of things in the world. So I shouldn't think 30 once I hit 30, my life's over and I gotta settle down and I gotta like relax. No, like I really am. I mean, I'm already going to try to do a lot of stuff in the next couple of years before I hit 30. But like, even if I don't get to it all before I hit 30, it's not over. But there's a lot of adults who are less just like, you know, oh yeah, I gotta do this and that. And like, you really don't. If you want to do something that has nothing to do right. Like if you want to do something that has nothing to do with your age, then do it. Like who the fuck cares? Who raps better than anyone? Who does this better than anyone? Fuck that. I'm just doing my thing. You damn right you are, June. You damn right you are. Okay. Doing me, just doing me. Nothing. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much it for Do You. So we can go ahead and move on, right, guys? Yeah. Awakening. Okay, I really love Awakening. Just on sound alone. So I'm pretty excited to see the lyrics. Let's go ahead and this one. Do you believe? Of course they do. I'll hold your hand. Sorry. I'll be there. Sorry. Sun gonna shine. Night, Jay. Sorry, I started late and I suck. Tell him, June. Oh my god. Bro, he even said this back then. Shut up. Oh my god. Y'all. This song. Oh my god. Sun gonna shine. Sun gonna shine. Because I know Awakening is pretty short. So, I mean, there's this musical outerlude. Outro? Outerlude isn't a word. I'm thinking of interlude. Whatever. There's this musical outro, which I really like. So, yeah. That's not what I had. So that was a lot. And I knew it was going to be because I feel like it's like this thing with like Korean songs, maybe it's why I like K-pop a lot. I can just okay, have fun at work. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. What was I saying? Who knows? Oh, I just feel like I can like tell when a song is going to be good lyrically when I hear it. Sometimes I'm not always right, but a lot of times I feel like I am. Anyway, let's talk about Awakening. Okay, first of all, he starts off, in the moment of my failure, will someone hold my hand? You damn right I will. In the moment when I come down from stage, will that person be next to me? You fucking damn right. Bitch, call me now. I swear to God, I will be there in a heartbeat. I will shine for you every day. Anyway, okay. Let's go to the verses. Because, like I said, he fucking went in, and I was just like, hey, look, child. Look here, sir. I can't with you. All right, let me pick out some pretty real lyrics. Okay. All right. Just reading these lyrics, like just reading them themselves is a lot, but to hear him spit them out at you, it's like a whole nother fucking level. So yeah, the first verse, basically, he kind of goes in and like, I lost too many friends. You know that I did lost too many clans. He says that part in English. But and also he says being a singer, I lost too many bands. But anyway, but he's basically talking about like, you know, he was an underground rapper. We all know this. And then he became an idol. And all of them were like, oh, fuck you, you sell out, basically. And we all know now, fuck you, he's doing great. But just like the way he kind of like describes how it affected him. Outside was a whole battlefield, so I bring out the chopper. Every night inside me, I quietly fight with myself. My heart pounds. My colleagues stab me in the back while saying I become a moron after joining a company. Like, bitch, the fuck? I don't even know how to like express how like frustrated that makes me. I mean, obviously now it sounds just stupid because of where he's at. Like just ridiculously dumb for these people to even think those words at him for being a moron for joining a company. Like, but I get it. Like at the time, sure, especially like if his friends, like he joined Big Hit shit. I think Big Hit was made in 2010. I forgot all my facts, so don't take my word for this. But he joined really early on. I think he was young. He was a teenager. He was maybe 16 or 17 when he joined Big Hit. I don't remember. But yeah, he was super young. So it means all his friends that he was with in the underground were also probably really young. So of course they said some dumb shit to him like, oh, fuck you, bro. You sell out, you join a company, you're not cool like the rest of us. You're gonna starve underground. Like that's basically like, obviously the biggest example is of course Be Free, but I'm not bringing Be Free into this because fuck that kid. We don't talk about him. He deserves none of our attention. Anyway, so it's just like, but it sucks at the same time because like how much that probably affected him to like have his like peers and his colleagues like basically like hate on him and give him shit for this decision that he was pretty like this decision he had to make at a young age, and this decision that he probably wasn't even 100% confident about. But to have your friends and the people you like maybe looked up to or maybe like trusted like say that shit to you and be like that. Ugh. I mean, great point, Shannon, and the fact that K-pop companies are fucking trash. Like most of them don't know what to do with a rapper if they tried. Like half of the K-pop companies, like I could go on a whole fucking rant about how half these companies don't even know what rap is, and yet they try it. But we'll save that for another day. But yeah, like I get it. I really do. And it sucks because, but it just sucks because that's at a very impressionable point of his life. So I'm sure that just had a huge effect on his mentality and his huge effect on his like, I don't know, the way he like saw himself, like how because we all know June has a huge problem with his self-esteem, and I'm sure that did not help. So it's kind of great seeing him in this song just kind of being like, you know what, fuck y'all. I'm glad I made the decision, because literally in the next verse, he goes on to say, yeah, fuck you, I'm an idol. Yeah, I'm an idol. At one time I hated it, but now I love to get that title. Okay, first of all, rhyme game on point. Okay, like I would never have seen that going that way, but rhyme game on point. Unlike those who deny it to the end on broadcast, I accept it fully now and I just do me. Whether I'm an idol or an honest artist, to be honest, it's not important. Like, bitch, he has been saying this since 2015. You can call me idol, you can call me artist. It don't fucking matter. I love this man. I love him so much, y'all. I have so much love and respect for Kim Nam June. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I'm having just like a small freak out. Kim Nam June. But yeah, it's just he really does just like he I just love seeing him like be like that. I love seeing him just be like, you know what, fuck you. I'm not gonna like box myself into your little like boxes. What am I saying? I don't know. I'm just not gonna like label myself as one of those things. So I love that he's basically been saying that for all these years, and it's just true then as it is today. And that's just something that haters and all these other people need to fucking get into their heads. But there was another part in this line. Okay. This line, I swear, if I was like in a chair, I would have fallen to the ground. But I was like, I can't miss. He was going so fast. That's the other thing. When you're doing reactions to like the rap line in general, you can't just like walk away or like turn your head. Like you have to pay attention. So he says, it isn't these words, wordplay. It's just a war play the world plays. Again, we fight like soldiers every day. And I was just like, did he really just say all that in one line and just make it sound so good? Like, first of all, we all know Kim Nam-joon in English and in Korean can fuck up not fuck up wordplay. That makes it sound like he's messing it up. But he can like fuck us up with his wordplay. That's what I'm trying to say. Like he can destroy us with that wordplay. And he literally just did it in like one line. Like that's just one line. He just said, in these words, it's wordplay. It's just a war play the world plays. Like, his mind, I swear. Oh god. I have to say, I don't want to be like a shady McShady bitch. But when he said, now just come give me an XO, go bring your Nexol, like literally it's spelled XO. But obviously I thought of the other group. And I was like, I wonder if that's low-key shade. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't think he has anything against EXO. I do, but well, okay, I don't have anything against EXO. I'm disappointed, but I think it honestly has more to do with SM. SM is fucking EXO up right now. Again, topic for another day. I'm just annoyed with SM. Okay. He says, an endless cynical smile, but I'm rimbound. Your time sent from hell. I don't know who that is. I feel like that's a reference I should know. I probably said his name wrong. Rimbound. I don't know. I would Google it, but I'm like lazy. Ugh. I feel like I should check. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check on my phone. Because I was like, I really don't want to open another tab. I have a lot of tabs open on my computer now. Oh, poems is the first word that came up. He's a French poet. God damn it. Joyce, how did you not know? It all leads back to France. Oh God! Look, he's making references to French poetry in this. I can't with Kim Namjoon. Okay, we're just okay, but in general, I find this one just very like, just the way he delivered it. A lot of the lyrics in general, this is still definitely one of my favorites, Awakening. And I don't know, for those of you, if you probably have seen the MV for it, but it's very powerful, some imagery, not symbolism, very powerful imagery in that too. Okay, so there was this one line, I skipped over it because I saw the EXO line and I was like, shade. Well, like I said, it's probably not shade, I'm just being stupid. He did do that for you, Joyce. He says, my buddies, the way you taught me, the confidence you got me was that Rari, Lambo, Mercy, Maserati. I know how to say that word. Mercy, Maserati, you got me. Which I feel like is basically him just saying, like, I could be wrong, but my interpretation of it is like, for those people that were hating on him or his like old friends that were like giving him shit, it's like, oh my God, Dylan, hi. But those like friends that were giving him shit, is he saying like, oh, you've got me all that confidence now, you know, you ain't getting me anything else, you ain't paying my bills, you ain't getting me a Ferrari, a Lambo, a Maserati, so what's good, basically. But that's just my speculation. That's another reason I think I skipped that line, because I was like, I don't really know what he's trying to say there. Because he could also be saying like, for his real life buddies, like the real people that got his back, maybe Bonson, maybe just other people in his life are his actual friends. He could be saying like, you know, that confidence you got me, it feels like you guys have got me a Rari, a Mercy, a Mercedes. You know what, Shannon? I like that. What he was saying, he learned from them was worth more than money. I agree. Maybe. I don't know. It's just the way that it's phrased as a question kind of confused me, but I like this. See, I like this conversation we're all having. This is great. I love this. Anyway, moving on. The next song, which is, hold on. Oh, I'm having hiccups now. Monster. Oh, I really love Monster. Oh. All right. Monster. Let go. I'm seriously not gonna go to bed until like 4 a.m. at this point, because I have stuff to do after this. Shit. That's Percy, by the way. That's a great question. Ooh. Oh my god, okay. I said we were doing Monster, and I swear to God I clicked Monster, but this is Life. And I just realized it. Okay, we're gonna skip Monster and do Life right now, and I'll come back to Monster. I have been drinking something that is not just water, but I didn't think it was that bad. I apologize to anyone who was like, this doesn't sound like Monster. I just didn't pay attention, even though I know Monster and it's like my favorite song. Sorry. Life's a good song too. Just not the one. Shut up, Shannon. Not the one I was supposed to play. I will say, when it started, I was like, this intro sounds a lot like Life. I had that thought in my head, but it wasn't until I got to the chorus. I was like, wait, this is the wrong song. Stop. I need to go to bed. But we're not going to. Crazy eyes. Look, honestly, y'all, I'm not ready for. I'm not ready for Mono tomorrow. Like the shit he says in his songs. From this is 2 years ago. You know how much this boy has grown? Not 2 years ago. It's been 3 or 4 years. Jesus, what am I saying? But always dark. Like Life's like almost at the end of the thing. I'm sorry, y'all. This is just a sad broadcast. Is what this is just pitiful me not knowing how to do life, basically. But anyway, back to what I was saying. That I mean, he can, but I'm sure there was some audio adjusting software in there. So yeah, first of all, sorry. That was supposed to be Monster, and I clicked Life for some reason without realizing it, and didn't notice until I was like pretty much at the chorus. And like I said, I was like, this intro sounds like Life instead. But I was like, maybe they have a similar intro. Like I convinced myself. I hate my life. Anyway, let's find some lyrics. I suck, guys. Just know I suck. Okay. So what was I saying? Okay. So there's a line in the first verse that I don't know if I knew about it from this song or if Namjoon talked about it a different time, but because I knew about this line, I feel like I saw him say this in like an interview or somewhere else where Namjoon talked about how there's no opposite word of loneliness. So literally he has a line, why is there no opposite word of loneliness? Could it be because people until they die have no moments of not being lonely? And I don't remember me like hearing about it from this song, so I swear he must have either talked about it somewhere else as well. But yeah, I remember when I saw, you know what, it might have just been like I was looking at like a list of his quotes and that came up. But anyway, but yeah, it's a good ass question. Like I remember when I first read that, I like sat down, I was like, and I thought about it, I'm like, what is the opposite word for loneliness? And I'm like, I can't think of anything. Surrounded by people, that's not a word. Crowded, but even if you're crowded by people, you could still be lonely. Like, and then it's just like, could it be until we die we have no minutes of not being lonely? And if you think about life like that, where it's just like aka, why do I keep saying aka, where basically we're all lonely, that's actually kind of comforting in a way. You know what I mean? Like the fact that like we're all pretty lonely, like there's no moment where like, or there's no one on this earth that's not lonely or hasn't experienced loneliness. Maybe some people more than others, but like for the most part we all get lonely, and that's just kind of comforting. Huh. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, he just gets real deep in this one, honestly. By being alone, we're not all alone. Ugh. Oh, okay, so this line, life is more beautiful knowing that we've taken a loan on death. Even light is treasured more than darkness. The sunshine appears after you pass through a storm. Obviously, those two lines are pretty generic, but life is more beautiful knowing we've taken a loan on death. Like, where this boy was, how old when he came on this mixtape? 20, 21? I'm saying this boy knows more about the world and life than I will ever. And I'm 27. I mean, I wasn't when this came out, but like as a 27-year-old, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like one of those things of like, people who have near-death experiences and they're like, oh, the life in my world is so much brighter and better now because I've had that experience of like knowing what it was like to almost die. So it feels like that's kind of like a highlight of it. But it's just in general, when you just think about it, it's like, we're basically just loaning time, borrowing time until we die, which sounds really like depressing when I state it like that, but it sounds really beautiful when Namjoon says it like that. So let's go with his version, okay? Anyway. Let's move on to the next verse. I usually don't talk. I notice I haven't been talking about the choruses, but for the most part, the choruses are pretty simple, not over anything deep in them. And a lot of times he has a lot of English in them, so that pretty much conveys the whole meaning of it. But I was just reading through it just to make sure it didn't say anything. So we're gonna skip it anyway. Yeah. So verse 2, he goes in again about those people not being there for him and not having his back. The world is one. I don't know how to say that word very well. Yeah, I can just sing the Mamamoo version. Anyway, the people I thought were on my side can change and become vicious, like folding paper, a problem that ends if we go have relationships. In a moment, he can be sneering at me from the other side. It literally is. It's like one moment people can have your back, the next moment they fucking hate your guts. And I mean, like, that's just not that's in everyday life. It doesn't have to just be like if like they're your fans or something, because that happens all the time. Fans 1 second love you, the next thing, or fans or even the public in general, like 1 second they love you, the next second they hate your guts just because you did one thing or said one thing or fucked up one time. So maybe again, that's why Bangtan is just, I don't want to say good at like avoiding scandals because that makes it sound like they have scandals, they just avoid them. But like maybe that's why they're like just not really problematic because they all think that way maybe in a bit. They're like they all realize that a lot. Like they all are fully aware of the fact that this shit can change in a second if they fuck up at all. Like, oh, I feel like you see it all the time in America. These like dumbass college kids that are, like get sports scholarships or like they're going to go play in the NFL and then they get in trouble with the law or whatever. It's like they have like it's like they almost have this kind of like, oh God, what's the word? Or like hero mentality or just like invincible mentality where they think they can't be touched. Like they're like, oh, I'm like on top of the world right now. I could do what the fuck I want. Like they want to go out and celebrate. And they just want to do whatever. It's like, you have to remember that whatever you do has consequences. You're being watched now. You're being seen by the public. Like people know who you are. You fuck up, and the world knows. So I don't know. So it's like, it's frustrating because you always see these kids get into trouble and you're just like, yeah, they're fucking kids. Of course they're going to get in trouble. That's just how they are. But like literally Namjoon at 20, 21 years old, maybe same age, if not, maybe a little older than those kids, is having the thought of like, already knows that, people that love him one day can hate him the next and is fully aware that anything he does has that effect. And I'm sure he spread that throughout the group. Most of Bangtan is smart enough to know that, but I'm just saying like, as the leader, him having that mindset is really strong. That's powerful shit. I can't with him. Okay. And then the bridge. he's like, we're first of all, the voice modification, the effect he was using in this bridge, where it's like, we were born to live, and it's like, we were born to die. And I'm like, or were we born to live or born to die? And I was just like, ooh. I know the song and I know it's always been there, but it just sounds creepier when I know it's saying were we born to die? I'm just like, ooh, okay. But then of course it goes on to say, are we living to die or are we dying to live? The name tag with me on it, is that life or is it death? This boy, this child is like out here just questioning his existence, our existence, life, everything, and doing it beautifully, and also in a way that makes sense. I don't know if you guys feel like there's like shit out there, like shit out there forever. Like the stuff we learn about in school that's supposed to be all deep and meaningful, but like we're reading it in class and we're like, I don't even know what this motherfucker's saying. Like he's speaking in like old English and we have to translate it and it still doesn't make sense. Yet Kim Namjoon from Korea speaking Korean and it makes perfect sense. I don't know. I'm just saying like he's able to speak about these kind of things and it just makes sense. Like it's deep shit. It's really deep. And it's really like, it really makes you think. But he's not getting all like complicated with it. Like he says it in just the simplest way. And it's just definitely in a way for me that I feel like I've never thought about before. A lot of times. So I don't know. Great. I just love him. Okay. That's pretty much it for this song because it goes back to the chorus. So let's go ahead and move back to Monster because I failed, like hardcore failed to do Monster before. I don't know. I really don't know what happened. I can't even answer. Can't even answer you what happened. I thought I clicked it. I must have just completely clicked something else. Not Monster Loop because that's not what I want. I believe. Okay, this is the only one I see, because that's joke. It's a shame there isn't more. What's it called? I mean, okay, there is a lot. I just feel like if this was another member, there'd be like 30 different for just one song. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right, here we go. Monster. I know, I was like expecting this beginning, and I was like, this sounds like life. I completely agree, Joyce. BTS has made me really open my eyes. He said like a model. Oh boy. He said grown Simba, boy. Come on. Come on. R to the M, I'm a motherfucking monster. R to the M, I'm a motherfucking monster. Left side. R to the M, I'm a motherfucking monster. R to the M, I'm a motherfucking monster.
When you play low, you know I play roles. Rapper, composer, a star, so lay low.
Yes, you do. How did you know? What?
Oh shit, that was childish. Don't worry, that's what not your side to. On the Singapore, they in Taiwan, bitch. I'm so busy popping tags, you so busy shotting next, bitch. Left side,
Y'all. 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 Ah! We'll get there. Don't worry. We're not skipping over that part. I'm just. Ooh. I love Monster. Ah. Monster is like his like. I mean, okay, technically he has a cipher on here, which actually I might skip that one, because it's the same as Cipher Part 2. But this is like his diss track for sure. I just like the hook, or I just like the chorus. I was like, yes, Monster. Right side. Oh, damn, I'm a motherfucker. Yo. I want to like start with that one lyric, but no. We'll go down the list. Oh God, I hate him. I wanna punch him in the face. And then myself. And then him again one more time for good measure. Okay. So first things first. He basically starts off by introducing himself. He says, 21, the son that my mother has raised at 181, 68. The length of my body is a model. And I was like, okay. Yes, sweetie. Call yourself a model because you are. I mean, I know back then. I know back then he probably wasn't as confident in his looks, which is stupid because he was fine as hell from the beginning. Okay, Kim June. Anyway, but I just love that he just fucking called himself a model. I'm like, yes, baby, you get that. You're still only as tall as I am, but don't make any comments either about like, oh, you could be a model. No, I tried that. It wasn't for me. Then he goes on. I'll just read the whole thing. Where it says, "A head that's better than those dumbass Hyungs and an open chest. Y'all all slander me with your various reasons, but I lament. Now I'm grown Simba." I was like, "What? Simba? Fucking nah, Samanya." Okay. I was like, "Yes, that's my boy, Simba. Yes." I love that line. So that was just like random shit that I was like, oh, I like that, but he really went in on some haters here. I honestly noticed he uses the word hyungs, older, like these like old geezers, blah blah blah. So I really feel like a lot of the people that were talking shit about him might have actually been, oh my god, sorry, excuse me, might have actually been older than him because I've seen him say youngs or these old geezers get behind me or these old older people basically in general. Like he's basically just saying a lot of the people he seems to be directly dissing are people older than him. I mean, I know there was one person in particular he was directly dissing, but I don't know if he's older than him, but I would assume he might be. So, okay. The frivolous actions of those 18 bastards. I wonder if that's a reference to someone or something in particular. I'm curious about that, but I don't know. Anyone else know? No one? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So we're getting to this one line. Basically, in verse 2, I feel like it's okay. I feel like verse 1, he was kind of like, I don't like bragging about himself, but kind of being like, look, this is who I am, and I will murder you with my rap. Like, I'm this tall, I'm this old. My name is Rap Monster, and I will murder you with my rap. Like, that was pretty much the first verse. The second verse is kind of like, you basically, I feel like it's like, you need to sit down because I already know you're obsessed with me. I'm like, this life I live in, I live life I live in. First of all, beautiful. I love it. You live, they leave in. I spit right, I'm heaven. You damn right, baby. When you spitting right on that beat, it's heaven. Can we talk about dang? Anyway. Sick of your gimmicks, so get right, you bitches. I want to say that to people. I'm sick of your gimmicks, so get right, you bitches. Like, okay. Winning you with your high nose, the giraffe outside the house. I feel like that's kind of like, obviously high nose, he's probably talking about people who turn their nose up at others. Or even I know high noses, I think it's like kind of a desired trait in Korea. I could be wrong about that. I could totally be wrong, but I think it is. And so it's something that's probably often done through plastic surgery. So we could be throwing some shade there. Speculating though, don't take my word for that. The giraffe outside the house. I don't really know exactly what that would mean, but my speculation might be like, obviously giraffe's tall, maybe like peeking, but not like in a gross way, like kind of in a like just like somebody who's just like all up in someone's business. Like I feel like in America it would be something where like I don't know if this is true, but I feel like in America it'd be like you'd probably refer to like your nosy ass neighbor as like a giraffe. You know what I mean? Always like turning up their nose at you for doing shit and like, but at the same time still peeking up all up in your business. You know what I mean? Speculating. None of that is probably a fact and probably not right either. But that's just one possible interpretation. Okay, if I make a sound, even the men will completely straighten up. My debt I lose, I peel on the credit clause. When you play LOL, which is League of Legends, right? Am I allowed to say League of Legends? Whatever. You know I play roles. Rapper, composer, a star, so lay low. I'll fuck you up. And I was like, yeah, damn right you do. You damn right you do. And he says, your crush is getting bigger bit by bit, just like cackle. I guess back then cackle talk was really exploding, right? Because now it's huge. I have a cackle talk, but I don't use it because no one else I know uses it. Yeah. Anyway, but he said, your crush is getting bigger bit by bit. I was like, how did he know? I seriously have a huge crush on him. Like legit. Like, you know, like when you get a crush on somebody in high school and like you have feelings for them, but you're like, okay, but I know it would never happen. But it's like with like celebrities and stuff, you don't really have a crush on them. You just like kind of idolize them or like you're like, oh, I like them a lot and blah, blah, but it's like a fan relationship. No, I have a full on crush on Kim Namjoon. Like I would act like a giggling teenager in front of him. It's embarrassing. I low-key never want to meet him because of that, because I have a huge fucking fat crush on him. So that's embarrassing. And then this boy says, you'll get totally drenched, so bring another pair of panties. Look, yes, he could totally be meaning that in like several different ways. Like, oh, like if someone were to throw water on you, yes, Joyce, you know. If someone were to throw water on you, of course you'd want to change your pants because now but that's not what I think he's saying, and that's not what what I'm thinking. And basically, yes, Kim Namjoon said he's going to drench my panties, and I'm not okay. I was like, what? You did not just say that. Oh, God. I really don't think he will because he's in a different place in his life now. But if he has any sort of lyrics that are sexual in nature on mono, we're gonna have some problems. Like I had a full like awakening when he just dropped the playlist or like the track list. Like I was like, it's not okay. I'm like going through it because of Kim Namjoon, guys. Like, who does he think he is lately? He's just shining. This boy is shining all over my life. Okay. But yeah, again, at the end of it, he kind of just brags a bit more like, today in Singapore, tomorrow in Taiwan, bitch. So busy popping tags, you busy shotting necks. And honestly, you're going so many bigger places than Singapore and Taiwan. You need to update these lyrics. You going all over, baby. Okay, this line, he said, I chant sensibilities with my lyrics. I'm an alchemist, bitch. First of all, he said bitch a lot. And like, I feel that because I say bitch a lot when I'm heated. So I was like, okay, bitch, up in here. But I chant sensibilities. I chant sensibilities with my lyrics. I'm an alchemist, bitch. Paint glue on the mouths of bastards with poor hearts so they can't say anymore. Why do you keep smacking your lips? First of all, yes, he's an alchemist. Are you kidding me? He literally takes words and turns them into gold. I don't understand how he does it, but he does. So that's 100% accurate. And then I like the kind of like basically he's saying, you know, shut the fuck up. Those with poor hearts, like shut the fuck up, you haters and people who just are just bad people. If you have a poor heart, you're a bad person. Honestly, you're not a good person if you have a poor heart. And he says, "Why do you keep smacking your lips? Chew me up and bite me. They say that tasting is fun. Okay, if you say so, I mean, I'm willing to try it now, June. Let's go any day." But I also honestly, why do you keep smacking your lips? When I first saw it, I thought of like, I know that's like a habit that I feel like certain people probably have picked up because they think it's like a cool thing to do. Because I'm not gonna lie, it is something. I guess we can get into race a bit, but like, you know, you do see a lot of like, I don't know if you want to say rappers in general, but like black men. I was just gonna say black men in general. They do that. The whole lip smacking, like. I can't do it. It's gross. But you know, like that's the image that popped in my head when he said smacking your lips. And I'm like, would he be possibly throwing some shade at some people who might be doing that in Korea when it's like, that's not like, what are you doing? Like, that's not a thing. Like, you should have no reason to do that. Or he's just saying, or it's just a reference of like, why you keep talking, basically, you know, why you keep smacking your lips, why you still talking? Like, shut the fuck up. But I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I honestly usually when I see something like that, I'll have like two trains of thoughts. One of them is like probably the accurate, more sensible one, and the other one's like just fucking out here. So I tend to share both, but yeah, sometimes obviously the out there one is just like no, but then sometimes the out there one is the more accurate one. So you never know. Um, there's a lot of like times when I see references to Korean things like places or holidays, for example, Chuseok, that I'm like, man, I'm sure I would understand this reference in context, but here I don't. Like he says, bastards like the road back home for Chuseok, my rap ain't for you. My music ain't for any. My music ain't for everybody, especially not for you. But I was saying like because he's basically saying bastards like the road back to Chuseok or the like the road back home to Chuseok, my rap ain't for you. So it's like, is he saying like back home to his home? Like this road ain't for you because it's for me? Or is it just like that's like a reference to something in Korea, like the road back home for Chuseok is means something else. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Oh, that's it. Okay. Let's come on, right? Come on. Look, can I just say we still have it's 2 a.m. I'm sure I'm losing most of the people on the East Coast. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs left. Okay, it's fine. We got this. Throwaway. Some of these I think are pretty short though. So I don't know what I'm saying. I'm lying to y'all. I'm getting tired too, and that's why I'm probably talking slower. Oh, okay. Somebody edited that. I was confused. Okay. Anyway, throwaway. Okay, the beginning of this is so stupid. Bye, Joyce. Sorry. I should have done this a different time, but it's whatever. I really like the beat of the song. The beginning always throws me off. I'm not talking about Sonny anymore. Fire, die. Fire, fire, die. Yeah, a lot of these songs have really strong choruses, which makes it easy because I don't have to talk about the chorus. Did he just say automatic dick? I know he said that in English, but I really don't pay attention to the lyrics of the song. So I have no idea. He said automatic dick. Look. Oh, that's cute. I have a story about that, actually. Why is he talking about hip-hop circus and Sonny? He said automatic dick. I'm about to make that like my like tag. Automatic dick. People would be like, what? Like, look, I had a night with throw it. Yeah. I know he's collabing with like a rock group on Mono. Scatted? So I would love to see another kind of song like this on Mono. Yeah, I don't remember. It's a Korean band. I just don't remember which one. I think. Oh God, I don't remember. I want to say it's no, but I've been busy and I haven't paid attention. I'm like, I'm just gonna enjoy it all when it happens tomorrow. Oh man, motherfucker! Sorry, I just remembered how this song begins. Oh yeah. See, there's really. Oh God, my voice is going. Gosh, this would be interesting. That song really wasn't a lot. I feel like most of it was in the first verse. This song was definitely. It's definitely a like. It's just a hype song. Like he just kind of goes in and it's like, let's fucking go, let's party. Oh my God. Like honestly, this is for me. Like when I hear this song, this is like the song. It should be played during like a Need for Speed kind of game. You know what I mean? You're like, or like during like Fast and Furious. I don't know. It's just one of those songs. I love it. So yeah, so he says it twice. He says in the first verse, and I guess he says in the second verse, like Sonny, this is the hip hop circus, and I just want to say, Sonny's canceled. In my head, I think cancel culture, for the record, should be something personal. Like just because somebody else cancels someone doesn't mean you have to, unless it's like literally like something terrible that we all generally agree someone should be canceled for. I personally have canceled Sonny. I like his music. Well, obviously he hasn't put out anything recently that I've cared about, but for those of you who didn't see his dreadlocks, they were awful. And after that, I really lost so much respect for him that I was like, I can't with Sonny. But obviously the dreadlocks thing happened literally, was it this year, January? When he was hosting the unit, and I hated every second of it. It was luckily only for like a couple weeks, I think. At least there was only a couple episodes of the unit that he had it. And then he was like back to normal, but I hated it. I really did. Like I was like, why? This is dumb. And yeah, so after that, I was just like, no. And so obviously this song came out way before that, but I just Anytime I see Sonny now, I'm just like, this motherfucker. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay. Yeah. So like I said, verse 1, not much going on to it. Like pretty much just like throw away your money, throw away your attitudes, throw it all away. Let's go ham. That's pretty much the beginning. The verse two starts strong. Got an automatic dick. Got an automatic stick. Got an automatic beat. Got an automatic bitch. Got an automatic. I would like to be involved with this automatic dick. I'm really curious. Like, okay, so obviously he releases well, being under Big Hit, and I feel like they probably looked over his songs, like the company, Big or Bang him maybe in particular, and they're like, okay, approve some songs or didn't approve some songs. Did this one pass them by, or did they just like go, I like that automatic dick line? Like, it just feels like it's something that I would have like personally been like, maybe not, baby. But I'm not. They're just like, sure, why not? And then the line, like, kind of after all the automatic things, like Shuggy Hyung's Dope Man, RM is my domain. I thought that was so cute. So that's a reference for those who don't know to Cypher Part 2. Sugar's verse starts off, he goes, my domain is dopeman.com. And I was listening to it today, actually, and I was like, I think that's the cutest thing ever. I wish I could make that my like Twitter handle, but I was like, no, I don't want to change my Twitter handle. And my backup account, I actually made kind of more of a personal account. So it's kind of more like local Twitter. And yeah, I just don't. I was like, I guess I could make a third one. And I was like, oh, I'm sure someone probably has it. But I just thought that would be a cute name for a Twitter handle like dopeman.com. No, it's cute. So RM is my domain. That's cute. Anyway. Yeah, I'm really looking through these lyrics, and it's literally just like, go ham, go hard, go home. Like, why'd you come to our house? I came here to fucking party. Everybody la-di-da-di like Snoop Doggy Doggy. Like, there's nothing to the song. And that's fine, because like with the beat and like the way it like just goes off, this should really just be one of those songs where you just lose your fucking self and lose your mind. It's just like, God, you're like moshing and like going ham at the concert. Like, yes. I have even watched the fan cams of the Air. I always say it wrong. I always say Air Force, and it's like that's not what this is. But the concert he had in Korea, where it was just him. Well, it wasn't just him. There was other performers, but like he was the only member of BTS that performed. And he performed all his solo music from his mixtape, and well, I think all of it. Maybe not some, but yeah, he performed most of his solo mixtape there. Oh god, sorry, y'all. This is not good. Okay, he performed most of his mixtape there, and yeah, it was like hype when the song came on. So I have to say, it's a hype song. So that one's easy. We can move on from it very quickly. The next one is Joke. You can't move on from Joke very quickly. I know a lot of lyrics and jokes, so I really could skip it, but I won't. Because that's what I do to myself. Or maybe we can kind of, since I do know Joke pretty well, I can probably get through it quicker. Like, honestly, I could rap. If I knew Korean, I could rap the whole Joke pretty fucking well. I listened to this one the most. I didn't eat a single. Well, I ate a couple bites of this pizza, but it was such a waste. Shouldn't have done that. I really wanted cookies and milk. but I decided to have pizza and be an adult and eat it real food.
날고막을 울리는 매듭 basic drum 날 움직이는 기름 이거 존재하는 모든 행복과 너의 세포까지 모두 I'ma forget them 나는 엘라스틴 너들은 비름 랩 병신은 너 수저비름 비름 fingers 머리가 막 허리트를 허리트를 허리는 나는 막이 I'ma fucking better 겉머리 같은 haters 나를 죽여 나를 묶어 나를 숙여 나게 만들어 I'm so super I'm super 지 같은 모두 섞어 모두 섞어 싹다 섞어 소발이 꺾어 시켜 섞어 시켜 덮어리 접어 한 입으로 두 마리 여자들은 널 보고 불러버니 너무나도 쉽게 가는 철판들 제리국에선 지들이 모이거니 여자 파리보다도 보여 아슬 현실 싹다 보여 근데 얘는 쉬면 안 되는 힙스 니들이 그 걱정 거성우리 열고 나를 마시게 해 너희들은 맨날 느낀다는 랩해 나 순식간에 비트를 잽해 널 보면 비트들이 말을 하는 잽해 배안에 좀 고르실 거야 잽해 스웨덴 덕을 프라스 주 잽해 니 더러운 혀보다 강해요 잽해 이제 가보네 오므로 너 잽해 Six words in my toe 6 days in my low
6 shots I made for 2 parties. It's a little raw. God, it's hard to read this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm motherfucking beat, motherfucking rock, motherfucking flow, motherfucking style. I totally missed that whole line, by the way. I'm so stressed. I didn't know he's a sorry. Get him a pop full of muscles. I will hit you. I really don't even want to talk about Joe Scott, but mostly because I hate him for this song. This is probably one of his. This song's a masterpiece. One thing I want to say about this too. So I see it all the time when people do reactions to Joke in the comments and in general, just around about Joke. I see a lot of armies. There's a misconception. They seem to think, and I think I had this misconception at first, but then I fell out of it, or I learned the truth, which was there's a misconception that Joke is basically, oh God, what was I trying to say? I'm sorry. Okay. That Joke is just nonsense. It's Namjoon just spitting nonsense just so he can prove to people that said that he couldn't rap fast or couldn't rap. Yeah, couldn't rap fast, basically. Like he couldn't. There's no other explanation. He couldn't rap fast. And so basically he just made this song as a joke for those. And so he just put a bunch of words together that rhymed. And it's not supposed to make sense. I'm like, first of all, do you even know Kim Namjoon? He would never do something like that. He would never just put together a bunch of nonsense words just to do that. Like, sure, a lot of it doesn't connect completely in the sense that a normal song would. And then like I've seen this in a lot of reactors talk about how there's no like hook, there's no break really. It's just bars. Like he just fucking goes off for this whole song. It's just a whole song of bars. And yeah, so it's just like he doesn't really. He's not really the type of person that would just like put together a bunch of nonsense words and nonsense phrases just to make himself look cool and, you know, prove to haters that he can rap in this certain style. Like, no, Kim Namjoon would never do that. So I don't know where people got that idea, but I've seen lately a lot more armies coming out and be like, actually, no, if you look at the lyrics or actually no, the song is he is saying something here. Like, if you pay attention, he is saying something. So why don't you, who think he's not saying anything, sit the fuck down, shut up, and listen, and you'll see what he's saying. So anyway, so let's look at some of the lyrics. I can't, like I said, I can't go through all of this. It is it's so much. Like I said, I know a lot of the lyrics to it, but there's some that still surprised me because I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize he said that. And so, because like I feel like every time I watch it or listen to Joke, there's a line I probably miss, or a new line I hadn't seen before, because there's just so much. And I literally was like, I'm so stressed watching this, I can't blink because he's just going off, and I can't even. So yeah, I'm gonna try to find some really standout ones to talk about, but otherwise I can't with Joke. Oh my god, I'm reading this, but I'm reading it like in the tempo of Joke. I need to calm down because I'm like reading it really fast. And see, there's a line. Even if it's too much, it's easy to tease you. You guys in songs, what are you, Lee Gun He? I don't know what that means. I don't know who Lee Gun He is. The votes from your loyal fans at the Hongdae variety shows. I was wondering what that might be a reference to. Like, is it a reference to a specific variety show? Personally, I hope it's a reference to something like Show Me the Money, because I fucking hate Show Me the Money. I don't know if that's like in Hongdae or not. I'm just making a speculation that, or maybe he's just talking about like people who are like groups that like have fans when they go out and busk in Hongdae, but I don't know. My pen is stronger than your dirty tongue. It's now. Try to tease me, my loss. That's greater than Akwang. I don't know what Akwang is, but I like my pen is stronger than your dirty tongue. I feel like, so he has this line, yeah, this is meaningless wordplay. I got a motherfucking beat, got a motherfucking rhyme, got a motherfucking flow, got a motherfucking style. A motherfucking wine, got a motherfucking shine. These are all how many words? My motherfucking lines. I feel like that part alone is literally the part that people are like referring to. They're just like, oh yeah, the whole thing is meaningless. He's just like showing off that he can. I'm like, no, I don't think the whole thing is meaningless, sweetheart. I think that part in particular, he's literally referring to this part. He's like, this right here is meaningless wordplay. Listen as I just go motherfucking beat, motherfucking rhyme, because that's literally how people will rap. There's literally songs like that sound exactly like that. And he says, "You're so countrified. You're the village leader." I'm sorry, that's kind of hilarious. You're so countrified. You're the village. You're so country. You're the fucking like leader of that fucking village. The style of of the old geezers who like jukball, which I think jukball is pig's feet. I could be wrong though. I think it's pig something, but I don't remember. Mm. Okay, I like who says, "I won't ever change my name. I never ever." Because I'm like, Bill, baby, you kind of did. Just a little bit changed it. But if you're talking about your real name, Kim Nam June, yes, don't ever change that. I love it. I love that name. Okay. I was talking about how monsters are diss. This is feels very specific. This is a joke. It feels like honestly he's calling out one fucking person. It really feels like pointed dissing. Like, okay, asshole, you're more annoying than favorable. Rice rather than a tower. Which I don't really get that. Maybe. Again, it's probably like a Korean like saying that I just don't know, but he literally has a line. Sure, I saw this line, but this was I think the line that I said I completely didn't read it. It says short instead of answering. If you watch porn, you finish in 3 seconds. Like seriously, this is pointed dissing. Like this is literally just him pointedly dissing some person. I don't know who, but I mean I have ideas, but I don't know who. And like literally just play with your dick or something, try eating, it's delicious. Like who is he fucking talking to? He's telling them like just fuck off, basically. Okay, you're my enemy, right? My enemy. That sounds very much like, okay, you're my enemy, sure. Which makes me laugh though, because I understand that in the sense of like, and I wish more armies and more people who are fans of BTS that like get upset with like people who are like mad at or who hate on BTS or like try to compare their faves to BTS. I'm like, you gotta understand they're not on their level. You really gotta put that in your head. They're not on their level at all. Like they're not their enemy because that doesn't make sense. Like a reference I always make is so my sister went to Duke. So I'm kind of a Duke fan. Even though my parents went to Maryland. And so people in Maryland would be like, oh, Duke is our enemy. But my sister went to Duke, and I've been down to Duke a lot. Duke does not consider Maryland an enemy. Duke doesn't give a fuck about Maryland. Okay, if we were going to get technical, the whole ACC top 10, or not top 10, Big 10, that's all different now. But like when I was growing up, they were both in the ACC, so obviously they were kind of considered rivals. But like it was like Maryland was like, oh yeah, fuck Duke, we hate Duke. They're our biggest rival. And Duke's like, we don't give a fuck about you. Our biggest rival is UNC. UNC Chapel Hill is their biggest rival. That is the rivalry. UNC Duke, they're the rivalry because they're right there in North Carolina. They got a lot of matchups. It was like pretty evenly split too. Not gonna lie, no, I hated that because like I said, I'm a Duke fan, so fuck UNC. But like, so it's pretty evenly split. So like that's a rivalry when you guys are, almost the same kind of level competitively. You can go back and forth and you never know who's going to win. Maryland really did suck for most of my like school years. At least I can remember when I was back there. Like Maryland had no business trying to compare themselves to Duke. And this is the same thing. It's like, if you're not even on my fucking level and I have actual enemies on my level to compete with, why the fuck are you trying to come up here and be like, you're my enemy? Like, I don't fucking care about you. Go sit down. And like I said, I wish armies out there would get that in their heads. These people that are out here trying to compare themselves to BTS aren't even on their level. So just ignore them because it's stupid. They look stupid. They look so stupid, and you don't want to look stupid with them, so just ignore them. Anyway, whether it's night or day, fucking industries, you're a bastard who can't rap more than 3 characters. That's what I'm saying. He is fucking talking about someone in particular. I hope it is. Be free, honestly. I don't mind saying that. But then, of course, he goes, bibbity bobbity, boobity bobbity, nimmity nommity, chittity chuckity. I'll say one word about your rap. Don't rap. Well, I'm sure in Korean. he probably just said like Hachimo or like I don't know what he said, but I'm saying like it probably was one word, but here it has to be two words. Or they could have just translated. I'll say one word about your rap. Don't like, but I guess that probably wouldn't make as much sense. But I get it anyway. Yeah, okay, so this line, I didn't realize he ever said this. I guess it probably starts up at, yeah, you're the best woman, losing to pussy. So you do fucking well being bossy. Pull out and tell your lover you have gonorrhea. I was like, wait, what? He said that? I never caught that line before. That's a lot. Like literally, like these people saying like while you're fucking or whoever, or like after you're done fucking, just be like, by the way, I have gonorrhea. Damn. Wait, what? Lock it in my pocket that's full of monsters. That's a reference to Pokemon in case anyone wasn't aware. My favorite line though towards the end is I'm a monster, son of a Stitch. He's talking about Lilo and Stitch. I didn't realize this until recently. He's talking about Lilo and Stitch. I'm a monster, son of a Stitch. He's son of the monster Stitch. I think that's the most adorable, yet at the same time savage reference ever. I love it. I do want your hands at the concert. Want your fucking damn air hands at the concert. Hit me. I really like how he ends that too. Hit me. That reminds me of like James Brown. I mean, I wasn't a James Brown person growing up. My parents, listened to him, but like they weren't super into him either. And I feel like so I'm not as familiar with James Brown, but like I just do remember that from a lot of James Brown songs where he would just be like, hit me. And like usually that's when he like he's done his whole spiel, or I don't know what you would call it, his act of like being done, and then he's like on his way to get back up and start going again, which is classic James Brown. He just goes hit me, and yeah, or didn't even start the song. Also, that might not be James Brown I'm thinking of. Anyway, let's go on to God Rap. I'm almost done. I am. Hopefully we can finish this by 3. By the way, Shannon, I read what you said and I agree. Such a long live. I swear if I do this again, it won't be this long. Oh God, I haven't heard this in a while. Oh. You'll die a legend, maybe. So cool. Sorry, it's my phone. Oh shit. The list I was looking at. Sorry, hold on. I'll talk about it in a second. Yeah. Sucker. Okay, so real quick, I realized something. I was going off the track list that is on Genius. But there are several songs on here or that aren't on here. And I was like, shit. I was thinking, I was like, where's the and sorry, just thinking. But there's a lot of songs that aren't on here, like 5 or 6. So I was like, shit. That's gonna take a lot longer. That's why I was like, this should take a while. I could just do the songs that are here on Genius for now. And then the other songs that are on the mixtape are not on here. I will come back and do another day. Because I'm like, oh, I'm tired. And I, like I said earlier, have more shit to do. I know half y'all asses have left. It's probably just me and Shannon. Hey, Shannon. So yeah, we gonna do that. We're just gonna finish it off with a couple other songs on the track list that I haven't done, which would be Rush, Adrift, and I Believe. And then the like 5 or 6 other songs that I'm like looking at on his actual mixtape. We'll do another day. So anyway, back to God rap. Oh God. I don't know why I thought I could do this tonight. Terrible idea. Should just night owls unite. Yes, that's right, Shannon. I should have just sat there and ate my food. Anyway. Interesting thing about God Rap, I've heard it before, but it's not listed on his mixtape. At least the one I downloaded this off. It's not released on any official platform because of it being a mixtape that has like samples that I guess aren't like that are copyrighted, I should say. I downloaded mine off SoundCloud, so I don't know if SoundCloud didn't have God Rap, but I've heard it before, so I'm like, I just assumed I hadn't heard it in a while because I hadn't listened to the mixtape all the way through, but I was like, no, it's not on here. So I'm less familiar with God Rap. I'm obviously less familiar with the lyrics because I don't know, but so the lyrics I found pretty interesting, as I should say. That's what I was trying to say. If you ask me if I would be born again as someone, I would choose myself. Tell him, Kim June. Even if I can't die a legend, that's okay, because I'm my legend. Look. No, there's 17. That's not including this song, because like I just said, it's not on the one. But anyway, he just said, even if I can't die a legend, that's okay, because I'm my legend. That's a beautiful thing. But guess what, Kim Namjoon? You died a legend, because boy, you've been doing some shit. You better tell 2015 Namjoon you ain't ready for where your life's going, okay? I like how he's also like almost like self-questioning himself in the song. He says, "Do you know the reality that there is no shadow in the fire? Then will I become the fire or will I become the light? That's my question." So he's basically, I feel like he's asking like, will I burn up and be destructive like fire, or will I become the light that is produced from the fire? I found the lyrics in the chorus. Is it the chorus? I don't know. But he says, "Yo, this is God rap. I don't have any religion because I am my own God. Whatever deals come, I'll take them with my own two hands. I'll say to myself again, Amen." He repeats that like 3 times. So it feels like a chorus, but I don't know. It doesn't say chorus. That's why I was like, maybe not. Yeah. I was also thinking about burning out, Shannon. Yeah, that was the other thing I was thinking about. Fire that burns out. Yeah, will I become like a fire that just burns away and dies, or will it become the light that shines forever? I guess light wouldn't shine for no, whatever. Regardless, back to what I was saying. Um, like I'm not super religious. I grew up going to church, but and I believe in God, but I don't go to church anymore, and I don't like preach about being a Christian. You know what I mean? Like I don't go around to people and be like, you should follow Jesus. Actually, funny story. Really funny book came to work today. I should have taken a picture of it because my boss wouldn't let me take it in. I thought it was funny and I was going to take it in, but she's like, no, let's not. And I was like, anyway, it was like a book and it was like, fuck. It was called like He Saves You. And on the back, it was like, Elaine, for the past 17 years, Elaine has been a loyal worshiper of Satan. And I was like, what? Like, I read that first line and I was like, what? And then it's like, that is until she meets Dr. Brown, who's a loyal worshiper of Jesus Christ. and then basically just goes on to be like, she shows her the ways of becoming a Christian, I guess, and or like finding Jesus Christ over Satan, and like even describes Elaine as like, Elaine is the top witch in the country, but Satan can't give her everything. It was like written like should be like a romance novel, but it was not. It was not a romance novel unless Satan is an interesting name for the male lead. And then there's even like a page in the beginning. It said like, warning, Satan wouldn't want you to read this book. Oh, I was crying. I thought it was hilarious. But I was hoping, I wanted to take it. I shouldn't have showed my boss and should have just taken it. And then she might have gotten mad about it, but she was like, whatever. It's in the store now. God. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I just want to say like, even though I believe in God, I do think that there is like things in life that we need to take control of ourselves. There's a lot that I kind of like wish I could just leave in God's hands and be like, you know what, you got this, big guy, you take care of this one. But at the same time, it's like I think I have the belief that God is making the right decisions for me and the bigger picture of my life. Like a lot of times I like whenever I'm driving to work or I'm driving somewhere and I drive past an accident, I'm like, man, what if I had left a little earlier? Like I could have been a part of that accident or I could have been involved in that accident. And it's like, so I think, in that way, God is guiding me in my life safely by making me either like leave the house later or just leave the house at the right time so I don't, have an accident or I don't fall into some sort of situation I don't want to be in. So I'm kind of more like in the bigger grand scheme of things, he's kind of taking my life. But like when it comes to like everyday shit, like making decisions for yourself and dealing with your hardships and all this and like all that stuff, like that should really be something you take care of yourself and something you handle yourself. Like me and my sister talk about how you know a lot of Christian families and a lot of Black Christian families especially are always when like the topics of like therapy or like going to therapy or going to like see a psychiatrist come up, they're like, oh, you don't need that, just go to church, you find Jesus. And it's like, no, like yes, obviously he helps if you believe in him, but you also need professional help. Like you can't just pray the pain away, unfortunately, just like you can't pray the gay away. Like you can't just pray something like that away. You need real life experience, real life people to help you through it. So I just think I interpreted those lines that way, and I feel like that's kind of what he's saying in a sense. Like, I mean, I don't know, Namjoon might not be religious at all either, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like in general he's kind of saying like, I will take my hardships and my life problems in my own hands. He even makes references to like Jesus' footsteps, Allah's prayers, even until Maria's love, all that's inside of you. That's kind of cool that he kind of just makes references to like almost every, because I feel like Jesus Christ, well, not every, because Maria, I think is more, is that a reference to Catholicism? Because I know they're talking about Mary, but I'm pretty sure like in Catholicism, they use the word Maria, or that name, Maria. That's like, oh, he references almost every religion. I'm like, well, he just really references Judaism. Unless Maria has something to do with Judaism that I don't know about, but I don't know. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that song. I mean, I guess I should mention in the beginning of that second verse after the yo, this is God rap part. He says, "At one time I aspired to rap just like you. Everyone else slanders and easily praises like a hypocrite. Like that, I want to bring cheer to my own reality." And it sounds like he's talking to someone. I don't know if it's like a Korean rapper, maybe because his song samples J. Cole. He could be talking about J. Cole. But I wonder who he's talking about aspiring to rap just like. I don't know. Ooh, I can feel my throat going. Okay, we're gonna move on to Rush. Gotta put a rush on it. Seriously. My throat hasn't fully recovered from the concert, for the record. It's just I can actually speak now. It's supposed to sound like that's what it sounded like before. It's a pretty accurate description. All right. Oh, I'm seriously dying. Okay, I'm getting tired. I didn't realize people said Opa. He's saying Opa from every girl.
Wanna be the one they listen to, people that broke their ears, I provoke the fears of them. Who you think about when she kissing you, when the smoke clears, I provoke the tears of them. What is it to do with the thing on his eye that I can open and wide? I can put the feelings of women aside when I just feel the vibe. Only more power when the fiat, big out, the son of a genius in the re-out. Tripping out of my world, prenup, he out to take a real boy like a pre-out. So make it to the top of the hill and get it popping. Cause we're really popping and popular, they're watching you. If a cloudy, they get in barricades and stopping you. Put on your center shades, talk about your ocular. Feels like I'm the biggest one. Okay. I rock it till the wheels fall off and the feeling's gone. I'ma push it till my digits done. Okay. Races ain't given to the swift, but the realest one. I should be the biggest star in the world.
I should be in up off of every girl.
And you could be the biggest star in the world. Don't matter when baby got no different words. Try to put a rush on her. God, don't let me put a rush on her.
Or am.
Pussy ruling my world, spreading my pussy the whole world. Keep it shining like a pearl. Taking money, you can hope off your bitches and all the girls. Making all the lists for 5 and TikTok. 6 5 lazy after them off the girl. Y'all must just trying to get by. Y'all college, we trying to get high. It'll be odds, get ready to die. Off all of you fly like a medium fly. Making career like a Mother Nation, man. What's Korea is Mother Nation, man. I'm used to my moderation, but I lose it if you give me more duration, man. 기억나, 친구야 내 어린아. 기억해봐, 마냥 랩하고 다니던 어린아. I just do it. Keep rushing with Crease Cali. 똑똑히 지켜봐라, 내가 가나 어디까지. I should be the biggest star in the world.
I should be hanging up off of every girl. I think the way he says Opa, it kind of sounds like Opar, which is like I feel like people use that as like a kind of condescending way to say your Opars aren't gonna love you for that, you know what I mean? So I wonder if they got that from this. Rush on it. Baby. Come on, baby. Keep rushing on. Star in the world. I should be in a fucking every girl. I like that line now because I didn't realize he said Oprah. I was just like, Is that it? Featuring Courage the Twist. So, I guess not really surprisingly, but I didn't even realize that that song was 90% in English. Like I said, did not realize he was saying, I should be the biggest star in the world. I should be hearing Oppa from every girl. That is a twist I did not know. I feel like I thought he said, I should be having fun every girl. Something like that. Honestly, like I don't like. I know the song and I know Chris Clico. I just feel like I never paid attention to his lyrics because they're in English, but I just never knew what they were. I just like, maybe I just blocked him out when his verse started. I have no idea. I just never paid attention to this whole verse, and I'm like, oh, I mean, he said some things. Things were said. Yeah, there's nothing really standout-ish in his verses. And I mean, he's no RM, but I will say, okay, I was thinking about this also earlier today. So he says, taking money here in Opa from your bitches and all the girls. Um, Making all the listeners flip flop, TikTok, and switch flop. Mm. So about him saying bitches, because that's a pretty unnecessary use of the word bitches. It's not like in the other song where he's like, "Look here, bitch." He's not calling someone a bitch. He's calling just women bitches, and that's not great. But I was thinking about it today, and I was like, look, I'm aware that RM and BTS in general had some slightly problematic lyrics in the past. But when you think about it, there's so many. I can't even fucking count. I don't think anyone in the world can fucking count how many songs in America that have popped off or been successful or, we've all bopped along to that had the most misogynist lyrics. I'm not saying it's okay. And obviously, in this day and age, we shouldn't be doing that. But guess what? In this day and age, he ain't doing that. In this day and age, he's learned from those mistakes. Like, he's just a young kid. I've said this several times when this mixtape came out. He was maybe 20, 21 years old. Him saying, hearing Opa from your bitches is like not the worst thing in the world. But I just want to point out that, yes, it is a little unnecessary for him to refer to women like that. But he's learned from his mistakes. And like, let's not act like there isn't like currently songs. I'm sure there is. I don't know what's on the radio these days, but I'm sure there's currently songs out there that say much, much worse things about women and use much, much more derogatory words and languages, and just, yeah. So for me, it's like when people try to bring that up about BTS, I'm like, you really go in there? That's so irrelevant. It's so irrelevant. We're not even talking about the same. Like, what does that have to do with anything, basically? Now I feel, oh my God, I'm really tired. I didn't feel myself falling asleep. Let's just fall asleep together, Shannon. There's another line. Making career like my mother nation man. What's Korea in this modern Asia man? I like that line. Career in Korea. What's good career? I've been lost for my whole career. I feel like that's the best word to rhyme with Korea is career. Maybe. Yeah. Um uh, I remember that, but like not really. Sorry. I did. For anyone who's seeing Shan's comment, I passed out after I was really drunk though. Like, I probably had a whole bottle of soju at that point. I had been drinking something tonight, but nowhere near that level. But that happens a lot with me though. I will, like, when I get drunk, I'll drink and then pass out, and then I'll wake up just saying something. Like, I won't even like wake up and be like, "Oh hey guys," like all soft. I literally will pop up and just start saying something. It's happened like so many different times before. My friends are always like freaked out about it. They're just like, "Oh my God, we thought you were passed out," and I just like say it like, so like, because like I've been like listening to them basically as I'm like waking up, and then I just like sit up like enter the conversation. They're like, "Holy shit!" And I'm like, "What? I was listening this whole time. You didn't realize I was awake?" Yeah. Looking through the rest of the song for Crush, though, you know, I should be the biggest star. I have to say though, that line, "I should be the biggest star in the world. I should be hearing Opa from every girl." Look, Namjoon, you made it. You did. You did it, baby. I know, and that's like the thing is, I know this isn't even the end. Oh shit! Why did I delete that? Whatever. This isn't even the end for you. This is just the beginning. You and all of the team, if you will. Um, so like, just enjoy it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm tired. Okay. Okay, so we did life. So we're gonna do a drift. Ugh. It's like you don't need to put a rush on it anymore, baby. You there. But I understand at that time, yeah. Shit. Now he's probably like, oh, slow down. I need to enjoy this for every second that it is. All right. Drift/drifting. I really like the sound of the song. It's very slow. This one might put us to sleep for sure, Shannon. I'm looking at how to pronounce that.
무엇을 위해서 살아가는지 알지 못했었지 행복을 위해서 살아간다는데 그게 대체 뭔지 알 수도 볼 수도 없는 것들이 세상에 너무도 많은 것 같아 시간이 가면 알게 된다던 어른들의 말 따위 들리지 않아 행복하자 이미 매일 달고 살아도 사실 난 아직도 모르겠어 왜 자꾸 외로워 Lost in life Lost in life Lost in you Lost in you, lost in life, lost in life, lost in you, lost in you. 난 길을 잃었는지도 아니면 처음부터 길은 없었는지도 몰라 누구와 있어도 맘 한켠은 외롭잖아 태어나버렸다는 게 두려워 죽음은 너무 아파 현실은 너무 막막하고 나의 의미는 어디에 나의 마음은 어디에 이 너무너무 좋아 끝없이 필요해 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 끝없이 Lost in life Lost in life Lost in you Lost in you Lost in life Lost in life Lost in you Lost in you Lost in life
Pretty sure this just repeats to the end. I don't think there's anything else.
Lost in you Lost in life Lost in life Lost in you Lost in you
Just like breathes out. So yeah, like I said, pretty slow. And at this moment in time, it's not what I need. But the lyrics are basically what I imagine the song to be about. Let's see. They say, or it starts off, what are we living for? We couldn't know. They say we're living for happiness, but what is that? I was seeking that honestly too, Shannon. I was like, man, this and Blue Side really give me similar vibes. But I didn't like have any thought besides that. So I didn't say anything. I was like, this reminds me of Blue Side a little bit. But of course it would be like Blue Side reminds me of Drift because it came out first. But regardless. They say that we're living for happiness, but what is that? Things that we cannot know or see. Seems like there are too many in the world. We don't hear the words of adults saying, as time passes by, we would realize. I like that whole section in general. Like, what are we living for? Who knows? I don't know. I say we're living for happiness, but what even is happiness? Great question. We don't hear the words of adults saying as time passes by, we would realize. Basically, like, all the time. I remember times my parents saying, like, oh, you don't know now, but you will later. Like, you'll realize this later. Like, you may not believe me yet, but you'll realize at some point. And I just, it's like when that point finally came, like, oh my God, I remember my parents telling me that I would realize this one day. It's so annoying. You're just like, oh, that's so annoying. They were right, because they know, they've been through the same shit. They know. And it's like, there's experiences I've had now where I'm like, oh, if I have a kid, I'm going to tell them like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but they're probably not going to listen to me. And then they're going to have to go experience it for themselves. And I'm going to be like, you should have listened to me. I don't know. Like, there's just times, especially too, like with like younger people I've met and that one advice, I'm just like, trust me when I say I've been there, like exactly where you are, and trust me when I say you're gonna want to, do it this way, or you're gonna want to listen to me, like listen to my advice. But a lot of times I know that they won't, and I know I'm like, once they experience it themselves, they'll know. But I tried to warn them, but they wouldn't listen. So. Let's be happy. Let's be happy. Even if we live with these heavy in our mouths every day, to be honest, I still don't know why am I often lonely. We're all lonely, baby. Didn't we talk about this already? I don't know where I've lost the way or whether from the beginning I was lost. Oof, good question. Even when I'm with somebody, one corner of my heart is lonely. I always wonder that, like I'm with someone and I think like a corner of my heart is lonely too. And it's like, is it like maybe, do you think that like maybe if we find like our soulmate, quote unquote, I don't really know if I believe in soulmates, but like say we were to find our soulmate, like the person we're supposed to be with forever, like destined and fated or whatever. Say we find that person, do you still think you as a person would feel that loneliness in the corner of your heart? Like, is that just part of being human, or is it being in a relationship that's not fated? You know what I mean? Not meant to be completely 100% by the universe. Umyani aninika. I don't know. That's just something that I just thought about. I'm like, I wonder. The fact that I was born is frightening. Death hurts too badly, and the present is too desolate. That's heavy. I'm too tired for that. Where is my meaning? Where is my heart in this vast universe? I'm endlessly adrift. I'm endlessly adrift. That's pretty much the juxt of the song. In this vast universe, I'm endlessly adrift. Literally, if I were to say that, honestly, I say most of these lyrics to somebody. If I were to say that to somebody in this like I'm having a conversation with somebody. Let's say I'm at work and I'm talking to my coworker, and like we're talking about stuff, and I just go, in this vast universe, we are all just endlessly adrift. They would probably look at me and be like, "Are you like a fucking poet? Like, what?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not, but Kim Namjoon is." Like, the fuck kind of lyricism. Mm, I agree with that, Shannon. Always wanting what you can't have, kind of thing, or like in local current terms, or colloquial terms, FOMO, like fear of missing out. Like you're missing, fear that like this person that you're with or whoever you decide to be with isn't the right person, so you think you might be missing out on the right person or who you're supposed to be with or whatever. So maybe, but I spelled believe weird. I did. Last song we're doing tonight like I said, apparently there's more songs. And I suck, and they're not. I didn't prepare for that. So we're just going to do... Oh my god, I was going to do that one, but he looks so much better in this lyric video, so I'm going to do this lyric video. This is featuring BTS, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know. They do like the chorus at the end. It's cute. I believe in myself. Believe my rap. Yes, it will. That's great. Ooh, seesaw. I don't. Yo, he's been talking about that fruit a while. Rah. Hey. Amen. I believe. I believe. But that looks so weird. I totally missed that whole part. I like how you repeated that. I believe. I believe. I'm not a dictator. So like with this chorus with BTS, I don't know why, but I feel like I hear Jimin's voice the loudest, which I find adorable. Every time I listen to it, I try to pick out other voices, but I swear all I hear is Jimin. Well, I mean, I can pick out RM, but that's different. I'm sure there's like a way to like take out the audio and like chop it up so you can hear each of their voices, but why would I do that? Anyway, I like that, like, even though like like I said, this isn't the whole mixtape, but like I like how like the majority, or while majority of the mixtape was very not pessimistic, but like kind of had a very angry and aggressive type of feel to it, he ends it on this kind of hopeful, much more beautiful message. And I was also thinking while reading this, I was like, honestly, his lyrics just, there's no one else out there for me that can just write like this. Like just the, and it's the English version of the lyrics that is like getting to me. It's like I feel like the Korean version is probably like slightly better. And like the wordplay and the way he uses lyrics. Like so many translators have been complaining about arm dropping. Not complaining for real, but like being like, oh shit, this is gonna be a lot when arm drops mute. Mono. I said mute. What the hell? Believe my faith, believe my rap. I believe my damn voice will one day be spread. Look, you don't even know, boy. You just gave a speech at the UN. Do you think if I went back in time and told Kim Namjoon in 2015 he would go on to give a speech to the UN, he would fucking believe me? He wouldn't like just fucking laugh in my face? No, homeboy. He has no idea. He has no idea at this point. I also love that line that's right after it. Even if I had times when I questioned my dream or my existence itself, I haven't ever questioned my voice. So it's like, he may have doubted like becoming an idol, for example, or may have doubted like doing, his existence, which, because we all do that. We all have our existential crisis. We're just like, why am I even here? What is my purpose in life? And he's like, but I've never doubted my voice. Like I've never doubted my musicality or anything about that part of himself, I think. And that's just fucking amazing, and I love him. If you're concerned with the rankings, I'm number one. I love him. He also had, he's a line about seesaw, and I was like, oh, seesaw. Are you matching well in the seesaw between reason and sense? You want to become everything, a leader for yourself, but you have to believe in yourself, your own leader. Bad thoughts and pessimistic realizations, that'll seem like it's right, but you're really erasing your flavor. I really liked that too. It's basically like, don't put yourself down. Don't be pessimistic. Don't do all that, because the only person you're hurting is yourself, and you're erasing who you are, and you're erasing what makes you special by letting all that self-doubt and self-criticism get to you. I love that. And he goes on to say, I have the Milky Way inside of me, but no matter where I am or what I do, I believe. So recently I shared a video on Twitter about a particular Namjoon speech from H concerts. But I actually got inspired because somebody else has shared a different speech from a different night from those concerts. And then that's the one that they shared was the one about, he talks about everyone having their own galaxy inside of them. And so it's really a beautiful speech, and I recommend anyone who hasn't seen it to go see it. But like, to me, I'm just like, oh, that one I think actually was in 2015, but it's at the end of 2015. This came out in the beginning of 2015. So for at least that year of 2015, he really had believed in this concept of having the galaxy or Milky Way inside of you. And that's why in Magic Shop, the lyrics are there. I do believe your galaxy. Like, I do believe in your own in your particular galaxy. That's what I'm saying. Like, these lyrics are just, wow, bruh. At times, I seem a lot like an angel or like a devil. Don't I know it? Everything can coexist, positive and negativity. The thing that guides me and this world is ultimately those two synergies. And he's 100% right. You can't be 100% an angel. You can't be 100% a devil. You can't be always positive. You can't always be negative. There's got to be a balance, because if you are like just 100% one or the other, either in either direction, you probably need some sort of like psychological help. Like, not even lie, like you're probably fucked up in some way or another. If you're 100% positive about life, or you're 100% negative about life, something is wrong. It should never be like that. There needs to be that synergy and that coexistence of the two concepts. If you're confused about what is right and what is wrong, what makes me want to live again, think about it. This music, passion, other beautiful things besides those, and fashion. Everyone is going to die, same meaning, different road. Anyway, we're all in the palm of time. Rather than forget myself, I believe. Aaron talks about death a lot. I didn't realize it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like he's just questioning his own existence and questioning life in general through this mixtape. I like that. Even if sometimes you don't believe in yourself, if it's a dream, others tell you to dream, they'll believe. So it's basically like, even when you're doubting your own dream, like you have a dream, but you're kind of doubting yourself, there's going to be others out there that will tell you that, or that will support you and believe in you when you can't. Because I'm sure that happened to June. Like, I'm sure like in the beginning, or maybe even like in 2015, before like HYH really came out, like maybe, he felt that way where it's like, I don't really believe in myself, but we have all these fans that believe in us and believe in this dream. So because of them, I can keep going. And now they're just so far beyond that it's just like, oh, so proud. I don't know what I'm saying. So proud. Don't follow your heart, but your head. It's not easy to say. No matter what, in that direction, you'll be closer to your heart. Boy, damn. Even if you cover your face, you can't hide your heart, boy. Which then he says that in Korean first, and he says, you can hide your face, boy, but you can't hide your heartbeat in English. That line, I was like, whew, yes. It's one life to live and one heart to give. Who the fuck you want to be? Got no life to miss. Like, oh, this song just inspires me. Okay. It's 3 a.m. I was really hoping I would do this at 12 and be done by like 1:30 at the latest. I know I talk a lot, but this is a 3-hour live. What business did I have doing this for 3 hours? I didn't even finish it. Well, at least I don't think so. Unless these songs were just extras that were on the file I downloaded, but I don't think so. We'll find out another time because I'm not doing it now. I don't even know what you're laughing at, Shannon. Like, I honestly don't know what I might have said. I'm so tired, so dead. Oh, maybe about why the fuck did I do a 3-hour live? Probably that's it. Anyway, I wouldn't call this a fail, but I would call it a learning experience. Oh, yeah, no. My dumbass. Like I said, I wouldn't call this a failed endeavor, but I would call it a learning endeavor. I learned definitely make sure I know what I'm going to be doing in the live before I start it. B, make sure I know how to operate this before I start it. And C, maybe never do this again. No, actually, I was thinking what I was going to do is, okay, because I'll probably record a reaction to listening to Mono tomorrow. But obviously, lyric translations aren't going to be up for a while. Who knows how long? Because we all know we're all expecting Namjoon to drop some knowledge and some realness on us with these lyrics. So it might take a while. But I'm like, I don't really want to go back and record individual lyric reactions for Mono when I haven't even edited. It's edited? When I haven't even uploaded reactions for the lyrics for Tear or Answer. So I was thinking of doing another live. Definitely not as late. And with it only being 7 tracks, it would be much easier to check out the lyrics for Mono. But I don't know when it would be. It would maybe be either Wednesday night. Wait, when do I work this week? Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday. Just kidding. Wednesday night or Thursday in the morning. Yeah, those are probably the 2 times I would consider doing it. So yeah, follow me on Twitter at _ the Diary of J. And I don't know why I'm saying this. Only Shannon's watching right now, but for anyone who might watch this re-upload, I will hopefully talk about when I do another live stream soon. I enjoyed this, like I said, but like if I had known what I was doing, it would have been better. And if it wasn't 3:20 in the morning, that would have been even better. All right. Like I said, I still have stuff to go do. So, to everyone that came, even though I know you left, thank you. I love you. To my girl Shannon, who doesn't sleep just like me. That's why we're meant to be BFFs for life. Knock-night line. Night owls, whatever you want to call us, unite. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and end this and see you guys after Mono if I've survived. I'll probably be freaking out about it. Well, like I said, I'll record a reaction, but I'll probably be freaking out about it on Twitter. Oh gosh. And then I have to go to a party. Like I said, a Halloween party. I still don't know what I'm wearing. Okay, good night. I love you. Bye.